I just noticed the entire XCOM base is populated only by a single guy. Like literally, I've been staring at this for a while and there's only one guy here protecting actually using the entire globe. I mean, is that Bradford or just some random peasant standing there? And he's only looking down there. I mean, what about this? I mean, this console here looks pretty important. It's all flashing. That one, look at that one. That one is scanning and there's some weird shit going on over there. I don't know. I think it's some cloaking device on there. Look at that. There's flashing and there's some nice graphs. That computer looks interesting. And no, he's just staring over the rail and looking important. And there's no one else in the entire fucking room. It's just, I mean, dude, what the hell, man? There's like weird lens flare going on over there. Oh yeah, alright, of course, hello and welcome back to some more XCOM. Anyway then, when we last left off, we did some stuff that I don't remember anymore. Apologies in advance, actually no, not in advance, but apologies for the delay, as in apologies for not having any episode last week. I wasn't really feeling like it, so that's pretty much all there is to it. There's not much else to say. Is there anything we're missing around here? Well, it has given me some time to think, I guess. Honestly, I think one of the biggest issues that I have with this game, is one of the biggest gripes or complaints, if you will, is that we have people in here. Oh, the more still again. Is that as you can see, the difficulty is a little. Oh, hello. Can I stop that? That's how I look ahead. No. I want to see what Emily's doing. She was running or something. Where was she? She was right there. What are you doing, Emily? Who are you running with? Who's that guy? Is that just a suicide? Are you getting along? I didn't know that. Where's your hat, bro? Who's that? Random person in the background. Yuki, aren't you a little? Are you drinking? You're drinking with... Is that Emma? You're having a nice chat, aren't you? What are you talking about? Boys? Anything else? I haven't really taken a look at just, taking a peek around the base, so I might as well do that right now. Alright, so what about... Oh yeah, right. So, regarding the difficulty of the game, hello Muton. And I came to the conclusion, if I can remember it completely, is that the difficulty in the game, it has a little bit of a scaling issue in my opinion. A lot of people have complained about this before. They said the start is really difficult and then it gets easier and easier and easier, which I guess is true. Although, the way I see it, initially when you first play it, you come up against sectoids, thin men, occasionally floaters. And you have, well, assault rifles, and with assault rifles you can probably around two hit everything you face, so you're not really in escort mission. No, you're not really in an escort mission either, but no, you're not really in, let's say, we get our support. Oh, you're ready to promote you. What was I talking about? Oh yeah, so you get up against sectoids, thin men, and floaters, right? And each of those you can kill in around 2 hits. If you get lucky, sometimes 1 hit with sectoids. If you're on impossible, of course, that's not possible at all. There's Gene like you down there. Right. So yeah, so you can 2 hit, maybe 3 hit if you get really unlucky. Can I bring you? Yeah, using that. Assault. Charlie, I wanna not bring you actually. I wanna bring... Who was it that I was training? I was training as a port. Oh, he's down here, isn't he? Was it? No, it wasn't you. I was training someone else. I just don't remember who it was. I remember training an assault as a port class. I'm pretty sure I did. What about you? Why are you wearing... Oh, you're the one that got shot! That's right, yeah, no. Well, you're really the only one we have. Yeah, I guess you are. Let's take you, you can replace Charlie eventually, I guess. Right, so as I was saying, you can 2 hit them for the most part, maybe 3 hit if you're really unlucky against the thin men you're playing on impossible. They'll do 2 damage, 2 damage, and 2 damage. That's gonna take a fair bit of negative luck, so I don't think it's ever gonna happen, but it could happen in theory. Why am I giving you that? Do you need anything else? Flashbang? No. That's... Right, so you two hit everything, right? And this skip, that kinda, actually, I've noticed that it actually kinda keeps going throughout the entire game, that for the most part, everything you face up against, you will 2 or 3 hit it, at most. I mean, by the time you come up against, say, chrysalids and mutants, you'll be using lasers, which will give you the option to 2 or 3 hit them again, so you'll not really be spending too much time shooting at them, which I guess is nice because it makes the combat go a little faster, I guess. And then in the end game, when you come against mutant elite, berserkers, cyber discs, heavy floaters, you have plasma rifles, which again you will 2 or 3 hit them once more, which means that you will basically now change away from 2 or 3 hitting them, which in itself doesn't really sound like a big of an issue. 2 or 3 hitting, that doesn't really sound that bad. But the problem is, the more difficult aliens the game can throw at you are gonna be sectopods, mutant elites, and ethereals. All of which, apart from mutant elites, are fairly rare. Sectopods, because they're a terror unit, you only see them on terror missions, or occasionally on some other missions, you know, just sort of chilling on ships if they're big enough. And for the most part, you meet them alone, and then you sort of kill them, and then you sort of forget about it. Although I will admit, they did change the sectopod, which I appreciate. I've already mentioned this before. It was a bit of a pushover before. With it now, instead of just, you know, killing it instantly, you actually have to put a little more effort into it. Before, if you saw a sectopod, you're like, oh, sectopod, cute, and then you shut it and you moved on. And that was about it. That was all that happened. Now you sort of have to be a little more strategic. It's a little more dangerous, but still. And then we have the mutant elites, which are basically just mutants with a heavy plasma rifle, so that's not really too much of interest going on there. And then we have the ethereals, which are probably arguably the most dangerous alien you will face in the late game. Although the thing is, again, as I said before, ethereals are very rare. You will only ever face one of them at a time, and it's going to be in a controlled environment. So again, they're not really that big of an issue, and you can sort of just ignore them. In addition to that, Cinnamon, is that right, so at the end of the game, when you face all of this shit, right, you're like, oh, well, that's a lot of stuff you're facing up against. I mean, how can you possibly say that's going to be easy? You just said that it was going to be difficult and durable and all that kind of crap. Well, yeah, but here's the thing. Look at what I've got already. I've got mechs with grenade launchers, EMPs, flamethrowers, needle grenades, smoke grenades, medkits, mine fray, combat stims, running gun, rapid fire ally guns. I have all kinds of tools that will make it even easier for me. And if I was gonna go all out, I would be using mimetic skin to cloak from full cover to full cover. I'll be using ghost grenades, abuse the shit out of that. I'll be using ghost armor, using cloak, and just completely, well, annihilate everything instantly without any issue. Which means that even though you're like, oh, it's an ethereal, I am screwed, you basically just see him and then you go, okay, I will just use my squad sight sniper that I have flying across the map and shoot him 2 times in the head, and then he's dead, and I can just move on to something else. So that's kind of the issue that I see with this game, is that even though you come up against tougher aliens, yes, the fact that your gear scales sort of in line with it, if you keep with your research, of course. If you don't, then you might be in trouble. It means that while the aliens get more difficult, more durable, and more dangerous, I guess, you sort of don't really notice much, because by the time you face up against the difficult, more tough aliens, you already have the better gear, which means it'll just be like the one you faced out before. Only you will have more toys to play around with, if you get what I mean. I mean, for example, when we faced up against, I mean, the first mission we had assault rifles and grenades only. That was everything we had. I mean, that makes you think. You have to, you know, be a little strategic about what you do. And then later on, I mean, now we're up against all this dangerous crap, and again, I have all these tools that will just make it even easier for me to kill. Like right here, 3 Thin Men, I can just do this and kill all of them. Only I missed 5 other ones, so I'm not gonna kill the 3rd. And I mean, of course, the thin men are not really that difficult anyway, at least not this late in the game, so that's not exactly my point I'm trying to make. My point is that even though you'll be facing up against more difficult aliens, sure, the fact that your tools and weaponry gets better as well means that even though it's more difficult aliens and you have the more powerful weapons and they're more difficult skills, they have more health, you won't notice because your gear will scale accordingly, you know, with them, and in addition to that you will get extra things on top of the entire scaling stuff, which means that while the aliens sort of stick to the same 2 to 3 hits with your weapons, you also get extra stuff in there, like alien grenades, squad sight, executioner, wall jump now, maybe resilient, I don't know, some of this stuff, flamethrowers, proximity mines, all this kind of stuff. You get all this extra in addition to what you all have already had before. Which means that it's not going to be that difficult. It actually means that the game, instead of getting harder and harder the more difficult aliens to introduce, it just becomes easier and easier the longer the game goes on. As you can see clearly from this, I'm not even focusing much, I'm just talking about rubbish while I'm playing it, really. I mean, for example, in the early game you have to really pay attention to what you're doing, but in the late game you can sort of just do whatever and not really be in too much trouble, because again, you can, unless you really screw it up, or you get really fucked over by, I don't know, teleport bugs or similar things, then overall you're not really gonna be in that big of a issue, that big of trouble, because you have all these tools that'll make it easy for you to just kill everything without any difficulty. If you get what I mean. Like right here, I mean, there's 5 thin men all scattered in this one area over here. I can just throw a single grenade and kill 4 of them. And that leaves 2 thin men left in total. I mean, already there. I'm not even forced to think about my engagement right now. I can just sort of do shit as I feel, you know. Just whatever I want to do. Just, do I want to do this? Alright, shit, let's do that. Of course, this does mean that the game is a lot more free, and I'm not saying that you should take away all the tools from the player, because that would be a little boring. I mean, the fact that I can do this does mean that it's more fun, because I have more tools to play with. However, the thing is, I have all these tools, which also, as a counterpoint, makes it too easy. And if it's too easy, then it's not really that big of a challenge, obviously, and if it's not that big of a challenge, it can take away enjoyment for some people. I know personally, I am not too fond if it's too easy, which is why I kind of got bored of Apocalypse late game, because it just got really fucking easy. In this game I can sort of accept it, because even though it gets a little easy, depending on how you play, you can still sort of get screwed up, and you still have to use your brain once in a while when something bad happens. So even though it's easier, you can still have fun with it. Why did I shoot a shotgun over there? And let's be honest, killing stuff with grenades and all that, that's always fun to do. But if you look at the original game, which is what I'm about to do, if you compare this game's difficulty curve with, say, with the difficulty curve of, for example, UFO Defense. In UFO Defense, you start out with pretty much. You start with a bunch of rookies that are really shit for the most part. You're up against sectoids early on that all have heavy plasmas, or plasma kind of rifles and plasma pistols. And if you're not careful early on there, your troops will die in one hit. Basically, your troop, as you saw, if you've seen my playthrough of that, or if you've seen anyone's playthrough of it, or if you've even played it yourself, you'll notice that in the early XCOM, UFO Defense, and yes, also actually Terror from Deep, if you get shot, you are very likely to die instantly in one hit. Some people call this unfair, and while it may be unfair that you die in one hit and they die in several hits, think of it this way: they're invading you. You're not paired, they're alien, they have superior technology. You're supposed to have the edge early on. Early on being the key, because here's the thing. In UFO Defense, as you progress through the game, you will periodically research their weaponry, you will research armor, you will get better armor, you get better weapons, you will get better tools, you get the blaster bomb, you get psionic control if you want to. But at the same time, while you're getting all of this, the enemies there also sort of upgrade, although they will be sticking, again, they will be sticking mostly to heavy plasmas later on, which can be a little meh. But here's the thing, in that game, even in the very, very last missions, when you really the game, you have blaster launchers, maybe not blaster launchers, but you have heavy plasmas, you have power armor, you have all that kind of crap. Your troops can still die in one hit. Sometimes it takes a little more if you get lucky with the armor, but generally, your troops are fragile. That's the key. Your troops are actually vulnerable. They're not just super soldiers that can take like a million hits and not really give a fuck. They're actually fragile troops. Which, in my opinion, is the key, is why that game is so fun. Because you know that if you screw up, you will lose someone. In this game, for example, you've seen me screw up several times, and I don't necessarily lose anyone by doing so. I just alter my plan slightly and kill the aliens anyway, and sort of move on. Whereas in User Defense, if you screw up, or if you walk into darkness, or if you overextend with, you know, your time units and you sort of charge forward to victory, the aliens, and this is another key factor, the aliens will come out, maybe not even come out, and just shoot you from the darkness without having been activated before. Which is one of the things that this game changed, the entire activation thing. Of course, that's pretty obvious that having the aliens no longer activate, or having the aliens activate before we can do anything will make the game easier by default. That's pretty self-explanatory. But it actually makes a huge difference when in the original game you can get shot at from anywhere at any time, really. You didn't have any, oh, I have to see the aliens first, I'm perfectly fine if I can just move chat forward, well, even I can will. No, in that game, if you overextended and the aliens were able to, they would shoot you. In this game, if I overextend, like I'm doing right now, sort of, or like I did earlier, if I come across something bad, they will activate, and I will have a turn. I will not be in any danger in the turn of, you know, them doing anything. If even better, or worse, if they activate during their turn, as in, if they come, like right here, their turn, they drop in, reveal all over the place, okay, and then what happens? I get my turn instantly after, and now I have a full turn to kill them all, basically. It's the same thing if, say, a muton in this game walks into your line of sight. What happens? Let's actually try another again. If you were playing UFO Defense and say a muton, just to make it an even example, if a muton walks into your line of sight in UFO Defense, what'll happen? Well, what'll happen is he will walk in, and depending on whether or not how far he walks in and how far you have vision of him, he will maybe shoot you, maybe you'll shoot at him, maybe he'll die, maybe nothing will happen. And then what happens? Then most likely he will either throw a grenade, although he's not really likely to, or he will shoot you and kill your troops. Something that he will not do in this game. If a muton in this game walks into your line of sight, he will do a little jiggle, dance around a little bit for you, and go hide. And that's about it. Nothing else happens. He's not a threat to you in the first turn you see him, he's only a threat in the turn after that. As in the turn after you've had your turn already. So you get a full turn, including the overwatch from when he activates in your turn, to kill him. Which means you basically get 2 turns, sort of, in theory, to kill him. And as you can probably imagine, that's gonna make it a lot easier because it means that the aliens aren't actually that big of a threat in their own turn, which is kind of counterproductive. It's not a good idea. Yeah, it was. But yes, so that's one thing.
En route to target.
How many troops do I have left? My view.
I'm on it, Commander.
Right, so what was the, so we're talking about that, what else did I miss out on? Oh yeah, the terror units. So in this game, terror units, while the, in this game, while terror units are surely dangerous, I mean, cyber discs early on can be pretty dangerous, sectopods are pretty durable, but they're pretty easy overall. I just beat a mission without even focusing on it, that's amazing. Yes, so all those are dangerous, in theory. What else? Chrysalids, sort of dangerous if you are unprepared for them.
Excellent work all around.
But the thing is,
Impressive effort from our troops.
you sort of only come across them at suppression. That's cute. You sort of only meet them like 2 or 3 tops per time you meet them, because they only be in this game. Alien deploys in sort of parts, like scattered around the map, and you'll only come across, say, maybe 2 or 3 chrysalids tops on a normal mission. As in, not a terror mission where they can sort of kill civilians for you, but if we pretend that you're just playing a regular crashed UFO, oh, you're really maybe I don't have to train a spot after all. If you're pretending you're playing a really, just, you know, a normal, oh hello, a normal mission. Oh, it's a tough one. Oh my god, you are fucking sexy. You are my new look at this! This is fucking awesome! Right, I actually want this. Sue me, and I want Grenadier, and I want Dead and Smoke, and I want Suppression. And you have now replaced Charlie. Well done! You are truly amazing! Right, so, as I was saying, you'll only come across these terror units maybe like 2 or 3 at a time. In the case of cyberdiscs, you will come across 1 cyberdisc and 2 drones. And that's about it. In the case of chrysalids, it's 2 or 3. In the case of sectopods, it's 1 sectopod and 2 drones again. And well, that doesn't sound that bad. In the original game, if you came up against terror units, which was only on terror missions, terror ships, or battleships, or alien bases, you would come up against a fairly huge amount. Like on, if you're playing a superhuman, you would come up against, I think it's 6 to, or maybe it's 8 to 12 or something. I don't remember exactly the number. Maybe it's 8 to 10. I don't remember like the exact numbers, but it's somewhere around there on I think battleships or something. Which is quite a bit. I mean, it's quite a lot of enemies to come against. Which also meant that if you were attacking, say, if you, in the worst case scenario, attacked an ethereal base, for instance, you would, why am I going in here? You would come up against a bunch of ethereals, and then you'd come up against the sectopods, and there would be a lot of sectopods, well, a few sectopods, and I need to sneeze. Just get them out. And in that game, sectopods were fucking dangerous, and I really mean dangerous. They were durable, they were accurate,
Contact detected.
they were small scouts. Seriously, alright, so there's gonna be one. Actually, what is this? This is a small scout, so there's sectoids, seekers, and mutant elites. Alright. I'm gonna go out on a limb here and guess there's gonna be 6 mutant elites, 3 seekers, 1 sectoid commander. That's my estimate, so remember that. 6, 3, 1. Right, remember? Let's try and see if I'm correct, since it's a small scout. We'll see if I'm correct. I'm pretty sure that's what we're going to come up against here. But where's our new support? Support. Where the fuck? There you are, Sentinel. Right. We need to give you... give you some items. This is actually the first time I've gotten a good soldier out of that. Normally I get rubbish or something. Alien grenade, scope, and we're actually gonna give you a helmet as well. That's what I was talking about here, right? So you get the. I've got a pretty helmet in here, a lot of rubbish. Oh my god. Jeez. Oh jeez. Right, yeah, so terror units. Yeah, so in the original game, sectopods were fucking dangerous, and yeah, forget about that. I already talked about them. I'm not gonna go repeat that. But in the original game, if you came up against, say, sectoids late game, I mean, we've already seen I came up against sectoids in the last session, and they got pretty much destroyed instantly. There was no threat about that, no issue at all. We just killed them like without any difficulty. And in the old game, if you were to come up against sectoids late game, while they wouldn't exactly be super dangerous, they would still have... I kind of want to capture something here. They would still be a threat to you. Why? Oh, no. Because if you come up against, say, a sectoid terror mission, you would come up against mind control. And if you came up against mind control, and you were not prepared for it, What's your accuracy? 81. What's your accuracy? Yeah, so you can actually... Probably better if we give you the thing instead. Which means that if you come up against sectoids late game in your defense, even though you are not really likely to, it would actually still be dangerous to you because they could mind control your team, and if you weren't prepared, you would get utterly obliterated by it. Of course, it could also mean that stuff would get really silly because they would mind control left and right, and you would sort of just throw the game out the window in frustration. But this is honestly one of the things that made, say, an ethereal mission, any kind of ethereal mission, be it a small scout, a medium scout, a large scout, a terror mission, a terror ship, a supply ship, anything done with ethereals. That's what made that so fucking intimidating. Because ethereals would mind control your entire team, and they would use them to change the plumbing and do the laundry and whatever else. And in addition to that, if it was a terror mission, you would also have to deal with sector pods. And yeah, that's just ethereals and sector pods were fucking dangerous as shit back in the day. Those guys, if you came up against that, you had better fucking be prepared. Oh, only 2 Seekers. Maybe it's 5 mutual elite then. But if you came up, are you okay with it, bro? If you came up against that, you had better fucking be prepared, because else you would get your ass handed to you by mind control and by sector pods with really good aim and really hard to kill. And I killed one of them. I don't know where that one went. Which means that even, of course, there was still the enemies like the floaters that would just push you all around with them units of, you know, fucking readers.
Heading out.
No one gave a shit about floaters. Like, if you got a floater base, you were like, yes! Easy commander for me! The ethereals were a real threat, and the ethereals were the late game enemy of that game. In this game, there isn't really that... the way I see it, there isn't really a late game enemy for this game. Since, as you see, the aliens you encounter in these missions is sort of a bit random. You get some mutants. That sounds like a sector part. You get some random aliens just sort of scattered in, sectoid here and there, floaters, just sort of scattered, and that may be interesting because, hey, you get more aliens, it'll make it more difficult, right? Well, yes and no. It also means that the aliens feel a little less, you know, special, in a way. Since you'll be seeing them quite often. I mean, cyberdiscs, for instance. Cyberdiscs are pretty dangerous. But the thing is, you will at most encounter maybe 1 or 2 of them. And you'll encounter them pretty frequently, so you almost always know the optimal way to deal with them. Which means that while, yes, they are pretty scary and they're pretty intimidating, you quickly develop a strategy for dealing with them, because you will be facing up against them fairly often and not really in that, you know, great numbers. Which means they aren't that difficult after all, not really threatening at any rate. Whereas in the original game, if you came up against sectoids, you would have a bunch of cyberdiscs. But of course, this also is a benefit, because it means that, say, like in Terra Deep, one of my least favorite things about the game was the end game, where it's just lobstermen, well done. Lobstermen, tentacles, lobstermen, biodomes, lobstermen, blah blah blah. Which just got too much of the same thing. So in that way, having the sort of mixed aliens in this game, that's actually a blessing, because it means that you will never get into that situation of, oh, it's more fucking lobstermen again. That's a good thing about it, is that you get that circulation of, yay, it's all the types of aliens. I can get, you know, a nice little mix going here. It's not the same alien over and over and over and over and over again. There's a little bit of variety introduced. That's nice. I mean, that's a good thing. That's one of the things that I really like about it, is that the variety that's included, because you'll never get sort of tied up by going, it's more of these fucking guys again. I'm on my way. I'm gonna shove them off my toilet or something. I mean, yeah, you can still be that by, oh my god, it's more mutants, or oh my god, it's more thin men, or whatever. Depending on where it is. Oh my god, it's another fucking escort mission. But yeah. What was I talking about? Yeah, Yeah, that problem is it's sort of present here, but it's also, I mean, it's kind of averted, but at the same time it comes at the price of the fact that aliens don't really feel as special anymore because they sort of get phased in and out. I mean, oh, hello. I mean, don't get me wrong, in the original games aliens also get phased in and out, like in the early games, sectoids, in the late game, sort of just shove them to the side, maybe hide them on the carpet, you know, like no one sees them down and like, nope, no sectoids in here, bro, go elsewhere. And in that place comes in mutants, floaters, and ethereals, and in the late game of UFO Defense, you will again mostly be facing off against mutants, although you will also be facing up against snake men and ethereals occasionally. Can I get this thing in here? No? Doesn't look like it. Which means that which means that even though you will be facing up against the same aliens, actually no, that's honestly my biggest gripe with that game, is that the aliens you face up against are gonna be the same for a long time, because of the way that in the original games the way that thing works is that the longer you go into the game, the higher chance of getting some enemies go and the lower chance other enemies go. Like in Terror from the Deep, for example, with Gillman and deep ones, well, terror missions. If you don't get one in the early game, you may be a little screwed, just because of how they work, since in the late game most terror missions are gonna be lobstermen. And let's be honest, lobstermen can go kiss my fucking ass, because I hate those things. Because they're really annoying to fight. Whereas in... Oh, that's what... What are you... Oh yeah, but you have high points. So what are you... Don't you have... How are you in... Oh, I see. Right. How else are we... Who else have we got around? Can we just move you to over here? No, is this gonna be a flank? No. We could flank that guy by removing the wall, I guess. I kinda want one of these guys alive. We could do that from right here. I think. Can I show it here? I actually don't know if I can. But yeah, what have I just said? I honestly don't remember anymore, sorry. If I left that tangent sort of hanging, I'm terribly sorry, I already forgot what I said. It was something about sectoids and sectopods and ethereals and... No, so close! And deep ones. Oh yeah, deep ones! Right, so in that game, the deep ones sort of get phased out early on, which means that if you didn't get one in that game, or rather, just later on in the game, you will only be facing up against the more durable aliens. Like Lobsterman, Tassoth, and similar, which means that I should have shot first. Which means that the late game of that game can get a little... Well, that's nice. The late game of that game can get a little repetitive, because you will never actually get a, say, an easy mission in that game, since you'll always be facing up against the same type of aliens. Lobsterman. Can someone shoot the guy, please? What do you see? That's pretty shit. Can we just move you to somewhere that isn't shit? No. What have we got around here? We have you as well. Let's move you to... That's just running on, because I don't even know why I put you there. That's a really bad spot to put you in. Put you right here. So the sector commander is going to be sort of chilling in here, having a latte, probably, I'm assuming, around here. Actually, it's probably going to be right here in the center. Maybe over here or here, but probably there. Which means that if we move to anywhere right here, we will most likely reveal him. So let's try to avoid that until we are completely ready. That might kill you. Let's try it. Yep. And then you can sort of just jump to here. Oh, what's that? Oh, it's a mechtoid. You were not on the list of aliens. Maybe I just misread it. Can you actually see him from here? Yes, you can. So which means he can see you as well. We do get a free shot off here. Let's take it against Yuki. Can we? If we move you to right here, can you see that guy? kinda don't know, but I'm kinda concerned that you can, because that means he can see you, and I don't want any of that. He can shoot twice, which... You are immune to critical hits, though. He can do what? I think he actually could kill her. Let's have a look, we've killed one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So there's another group of mutant elites somewhere. So I guess we'll just capture a mutant elite on the next group we see then. Alright, let's just kill... Finish up this guy if you can, please. Nice. And then... Now we can't run a gun though, that's a bit unfortunate. We can combat stim and... No, let's actually rather have that guy move closer. Let's just rapid fire this guy's ass off. Like that, yeah. And that's nice. And then we will move Yuki to... See, this right here, this is perfectly safe moving around up here because there's nothing in here that's gonna shoot you or anything, but... Kinda don't want to do that. Over here, a bit of a bad spot. Just move behind. Actually, I don't know where I want to put you. Let's just put you... I guess I'll put you here. Put a smoke grenade. Right around. Can we get all 4 of you guys at the same time? Right here. Right, so as I was saying, I don't actually remember how much I've already said about it. I had a bunch of stuff that I wanted to say, but I don't remember much of it anymore. I don't know. Oh, you saw him and then you no longer see him. That's amazing. Are you German? Oh, there's 3 sector commanders. Holy fuck! Which means there's actually a total of 4 of them. Good God, that's a lot of fucking sector commanders. Are they having a dance up over there?
Position is compromised.
It's like Britain can dance. Britain got talent, only it's sector commanders. Agents got talent. Oh, and they're not actually triggered. You can just see them for some reason. But yeah, so we have 4. Okay, so that's 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. God damn it, we should have captured one of these guys then. What a waste. Right, so since you can't actually see us, I guess we can just shoot this guy now and just sort of get it over. Although you can't actually see it as you move here, you can probably reveal all of them. Let's be a little silly and just try to lure him out to us.
On my way.
Go here. You can no longer see him. You can see him though. Can I put you here? Can you still see him? Yes, yes you can. That's a hit chance. It's pretty good, I guess. Let's put another smoke down here. I don't know what I'm doing. I'm sort of just trying a thing here. I don't know how. This is probably a terrible idea. Look at all this smoke. I hope none of you guys are allergic or anything. Let's put you on the... See, now I don't trust this, because that's probably gonna trigger them through the fucking floors, it always does. Okay. Put you over here instead. And then... Overwatch. Let's be stupid and just Overwatch. Let's see what he does. Uh-oh, he's gonna walk right into Overwatch trap. Ooh, ally counter face. Yeah, I completely forgot what I was talking about earlier. Sorry. Well, I didn't forget what I was talking about, but I forgot where I left off, so I can't really follow it up. Sorry. I hope I got to say everything I wanted to say, but damn. Left him dead. Even though he was, and you just removed the power source. Well done, well done. Okay, now are those guys gonna be revealed? No, they're just gonna sit there. Why are those guys just dancing? Why are they not revealing? I don't get it. You can actually see him from here. I'm actually amazed they haven't teleported anything yet. But see, now I'm kind of concerned because now I know that if I move just a little too much forward, they'll all reveal at the same fucking time.
Heading out.
Will this reveal them? Let's be honest, will it? No, it won't. Interesting.
Okay.
Let's mobilize them. Fine. Oh, that's definitely gonna reveal them. Let's put you over here instead. Why are those guys revealed though? That's what I don't get. What's your will stat? That's pretty good. So what I want to do here is I want to reveal them, sort of, but I also kind of want to keep them in the dark just a little longer. I have no doubt that I can kill 4 of them. However, I kind of want to capture one of them, I think. Although I don't actually know if I need to capture one of them, but I just kind of want to do it. So let us try to lure this guy out to us. Can we still see all of them? We can still see them in there. I wonder when they're gonna trigger. So we're gonna have people drop down over here and then run in from behind, basically. And since you guys both have those things... Oh, you actually don't have one. You're gonna get ready to jump down here. You get your ass moving, get over here. You have a arc thrower, get over here. You have an arc thrower, you can actually get up there. Get over here. We need to get you those leg upgrades. Right. Let's put you nowhere. Alright. So the sector commander's probably gonna come out to look for us in a few minutes. I imagine anyway. No? Alright, never mind. And the other, oh, we need to get the other meld as well. I need to forget about that. We're actually on a timed schedule right here. That's right. Let's put Robbie the robot down here. How far can you go? You can go all the way down here. Oh, cool. Can you see the meld from here?
Alien canister located.
Ah, it's right there. And it's actually in a spot where we can take it without fear of ruining shit for us. So let's have him take it next turn. That should reveal anything. Yeah, good. Then let's have you run to over here. There. Yuki, you can go to this window. Far Dragon, you can go help out over here. You stay above this one. And you go help out, I think, Yuki. I'm assuming they're gonna spread around in this room, so we just need to be able to get to them from all angles, basically. Let's try this. Okay. Yeah, he's moving around over there somewhere. That's fine. Okay. Oh, now we can't see them anymore. I wonder why our little cheat, whatever the fuck it was, our little X-ray vision just sort of pissed right off. I think the game realized, oh wait, you're not actually supposed to see these guys.
Targeted canister secure.
Let's have... let's have Mr. Suicide trigger them.
Position confirmed.
I think everyone is in position to deal with it.
Spotted.
Oh, they didn't actually move at all. I'm actually surprised. Oh, yes, that is perfect. Right. Can I? Yeah, thank you. You have a pretty bad chance to hit, but you can almost kill this guy in one hit, although I think Emma will take that guy. You shoot this guy instead. Good, that's one capture. And then Emma, just go kill this guy. Because you're gonna get a million shots out of him. Let's put you right next to him.
Okay.
So you're gonna get one free shot, and then we can all just do whatever we want with our rapid fire. Hi! Alright, and then you can... Oh, you're flanking one of them. You know what, just rapid fire this guy for the heck of it. Might as well. In case you hit for some reason. Which you did! With an 18 fucking critical hit. Jeez! Right then, and then we move... you right here. And I don't want to kill this guy, I just want to damage him. You have a 60% chance to kill him though. This will do 9, that'll bring him down to what? That'll bring him down to 5. How is it that this thing works? Can I see a little... No, I can't. Who can get over there to him? Is this gonna reach him? If I go to right here, can you reach him? I actually don't know.
I'm rolling.
Let's try. Can you reach him from here, Yugi? No, because you can't see him. Never mind. And you have no... Ah, so I guess we're just gonna kill this guy then. Oh, whatever. No big loss. This is in range of both of them for stun. Let's go here. Do you see toucan? So what is the chance on this thing? It's 6 health or below it, so far that would actually work. Let's just stun this guy.
Light 'em up. Target incapacitated.
I don't really need 2 of them. I don't even know why I'm going for 2 of them. But yeah, whatever. Fuck, I just kill him. Although if you don't kill him, then I don't know what he's gonna do. He's gonna die. That's what he's gonna do. All right.
Excellent work.
That's
All
pretty good.
objectives complete.
That's pretty simple. So I was almost correct. I didn't expect 4 fucking Ziggurat commandos in there. That's a bit. I'll admit that took me by surprise. I've never seen 4 of them in the same fucking mission. It's ridiculous.